Okay, so I let the game run for about 20 odd minutes just to get our cash flow going up. And what I've turned out with is about 305,000, a little bit more, and some minions in essentially every high cash area of the map. So, as you can see, some of these places we can't tell yet because we haven't got enough minions hanging out on the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump this up to 35, I think. Yep, 35 sounds good. Just so that we have enough minions to come in here and staff the control desks. But the other thing that I want to do is I want to build this room. Oh, and the maid came in. I'm still not quite sure how she got into here, but I've locked her in, so she's not leaving anytime soon. Level 3 means only your evil genius can use the door. So she's locked in there for the duration, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this armory here, and after we build the armory, that should trigger the event to gain the power room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a capacitor storage area here for capacitors, which are essentially just batteries for if your base runs out of power, and then the main power plant will go in here. But you'll see all that soon. The other thing that I've done is Lord Kane is no longer plotting, he's just stealing. But I'll be sending him over to South America to plot, so I'll do that now, actually. Lord Kane, go over there, plot. Learn things for me. Learn things for the evil organization. And, yeah, so, as I was explaining, you can see that the regions both have a rating. So 7 is the security rating. That means very high security. And 9 is the rating for their cache, and we just lost the feed, apparently. Did we, or didn't we? I think we did. But, yeah, so 9 is the highest cache rating you can get. It goes from 1 to 9, or in this case, 0 in Antarctica, but that's because nobody lives there, except scientists. So what we're going to do is we're going to send Lord Kane over here to plot, and while his plotting won't actually reveal anything just yet, because we haven't interrogated the maid, it will. And seeing as we're here, I've got any really not so fantastic places? Not really. Okay, I'm going to order 2 more workers from home base over to here, and we'll do our first act of infamy. That ought to show you how it works properly. So yeah, each door uses 2 power. It might be easier. Yeah, there we go. Each door uses 2 power, and we've got 20 to spend at the beginning. Now, once we get to 19, it unlocks the power room. So when a man comes back with a box, we'll be able to do that. And I won't destroy this outer strong room just yet, because we're going to need it to be sucking up power for a little bit longer. For a little bit longer, sorry. And after that, we can build our power plant proper. But what I will do is plan out the corridor. So what I like to do when I build a base is I don't build everything in a long straight line. I do it like they built trenches in World War I. And pretty much every other war for that matter. I build them... there we go. Unlock the power generation room. I build them in a zigzag pattern, so that if the enemy manages to get through, we can limit their damage because we've got defense points. I'll build a couple more alcoves. Got one there, and one there. Okay, now we're not going to actually use this room, this corridor for a little bit, so I'm going to leave the design there and we can tweak it later. This, however, is very important. So we're going to have a couple of capacitors in there. We shouldn't need too many at the moment, and really they're only there for research purposes.
Object has been ordered.
Let's build those, put up a door, and then we'll build a proper power plant here. So I'll build it out, it'll be nice and long. Oops. And what I'm going to do is essentially just build it out to there, because we need a lot of power. On the second island, we won't need power plant rooms that are this big, because you gain access to bigger and better power generators. But for now, they're necessary. Yes, yes. Alright. So we'll build a few more capacitors in here. One, and we'll leave a corridor on each side, because that way when we get technicians, they'll be able to build the they'll be able to get to each thing to repair it. So we will build both of those. The power will probably go out if we're not quick enough with building the doors and the more power generators, but that's okay. Now, seeing as we've got these guys here, we can do this act of infamy, and it's the first one available generally, and it's fairly easy. It only takes 30 seconds, but you can see that because we've got enough control consoles manned, we can see what the risk is, how long it'll take, and the heat and notoriety. Whereas when we were doing the archives mission, if we did that... Oh, no, I was planning to do that. Whereas when we were looking at the archives mission before... Yeah, that's right. You couldn't see any of this. Oh, hello.
This is Reverend Archer with the Polynesian Public Service broadcast on a mission in Papua New Guinea. I've got an exciting program lined up for you today. First, a few hymns and a bit of a prayer. Then we'll see if the Makat tribe managed to give up headhunting for Lent. I've also heard that some evil men have recently been causing mischief in these parts.
Oh dear.
Make sure you take a good book with you at all times.
Damn, evil men causing mischief. Those are the news announcements of your evil shenanigans, and they are hilarious. I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually not build this door yet. We'll get it after we've built the actual power plant proper. So as you can see, I've spaced it out so that the alcoves match up pretty well. This one we will definitely keep, but I think that what we'll do with this area is we'll place the staff room and the mess hall in here, because they're vital, but they don't take up too much space, and over this side will end up the training room. But we'll get to that soonish. Actually, I might bring Lord Kane back after he's done a little bit of plotting over there, and send him to personally capture the Maid. But I'll be keeping us getting money for now. I think I might move these guys out from here though and place them over in America, and these guys from here and place them over in the Middle East. There we go. That should bump up how much money we're actually getting. There we go. Not too bad. Obviously some regions are more profitable than others. Now, we'll talk about base design a little bit. You might be wondering, why did I put my control room here when the entrance is right there and the enemy can easily get into here? Well, the answer to that is fairly simple, though not automatically apparent. So that's cool. I wasn't expecting anybody to get it unless they'd actually played the game before, and it's not a massively used tactic. People generally end up putting their control room around here, building into the base, but what I tend to do is I have this large barracks here, and I'll be putting a security system here. So one camera to watch here, one camera to watch here, and another two to watch this bit of the corridor. Now what that means is that after this place has a security desk and it's manned, and this room has loudspeakers, is that if anyone comes in here, and we notice them, and we tag them, the minions that'll be in here will rush out, take care of it. It'll become more apparent soon when I actually build up the... hold on. Oh, okay. So hopefully a power generator will be built first. Power generator? Capacitor. Okay, well that's alright, that's pretty good. They build up power charges as you go. But preferably we'd get another one of these soon. Oh, okay. There's some guys running in with boxes. Where are you off to? Can we see? Constructing my furniture. Yes, that's nice, but... ugh. Okay, cool. So we do have another one of those being built. I think I will call back Lord Kane. Yep, Lord Kane can come back to the island for a bit. And we might bump that up to 40. Just for now. Oh, come on. No. God damn it. There we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah, if the power goes out, all the doors are open. You can't stop it. They're all open. Now, Lord Kane should be returning. He might return by boat, though. Yeah, he's returning by boat. And what we'll do is we'll demolish this strong room. Yes, because we have another one. So it's cool. Here he comes. So soonish we'll have unlocked the ability to build and sustain a power, not a power system, although that will happen too. But what we're going to be able to do is build a security room and a security system. Now we'll get Lord Kane over here to sort out this Maid. So we'll tag her to capture and just send him straight in. How the hell did she manage to walk just straight out of there? I do not know, but Lord Kane will deal with it. Go, get her. Yes, get her. Whack. Whack. Done. Good job. Okay, so somebody will carry her over to the holding cell, which again, if you don't have enough power, this thing will just not be there. Now we'll build a door on here. And as you can see, that cut into our funds fairly severely, but we've built enough power generators that we shouldn't have to worry about power for a fair while. Now, seeing as we've captured the Maid, once he walks out, we should get... There we go. I know. We got the interrogation chair. Now, the interrogation chair is the first bit of interrogation equipment you can get. Go away. And what happens is, after you've built that, you can interrogate a trained... well, a trainer, I guess you could call them, on it. And after you do so, your construction worker who does the interrogation gets their abilities. So that is the only way that you can upgrade your minions. Actually, no, we won't put that there. We'll put it just before the cell cove. And we will buy another control panel, because you do need 5 generally for most things. So we'll leave a little bit of space there so that we can build things on the wall. You'll get objects that need to be built on the wall later on. And we might upgrade to a second memory bank. There we go. That cost a bit of money, but we're getting a good 6,480 every minute, so that's not too bad. We will need to send minions out soon, but before that, we'll unlock the guard. The guard is much, much better at stealing than the construction worker is. How much does this corridor cost currently? 9,000. Okay. Now we'll just take that away. There we go. Good solid 10,000. We'll build that too. Once you've interrogated the Maid, you unlock the ability to build the mess hall and the staff room. And we'll need both, so that's why this area here is free. Awesome, now we've got the interrogation chair. Now how you interrogate is you right click on the holding cell, left click on the prisoner, and you don't... Yes, thank you. Thank you, helper. And you don't actually left click on the chosen interrogation equipment, you have to right click it. Left clicking, that just deletes your option. You think, hang on, I could have sworn that I just asked her to be interrogated. The game won't do it, and you go, hang on, what's going on? It's just a game. It's a little unintuitive, that, because it doesn't tell you to right click, it just tells you to select, and That could mean almost anything. So yeah, we need one more control panel to know what's in that region. So one more manned control panel. So we need 2 more guys. 1 more guy. Awesome. And what we'll also do is we'll build a time clock in this room. Time clocks are very, very handy, but you can't build them on that sort of rock wall. So we'll build it over here at the entrance. A time clock is essentially controlling how much staff you need. So if you crank it to the red, that means that nobody will staff this room, but it also means that there will be no power usage. So if you're short on power, and you don't really need to be monitoring the world, you can set it to the red, and you won't have anybody hanging out in here. But that's not such a great thing. Yellow means that there'll be just enough staff to cover everything, and everything after green increases how many staff you'll have in here, so you'll have, say, here, a double watch, but if you have it up here, you'll have a triple watch. So we're going to put it to 1 and a bit, because we want to have this room pretty much continuously staffed. But as you can see now, we can see how much all these places have. And we've got a valet. Awesome. So there we go. We've completed our objective. Now, the bad thing about that is that seeing as we've completed our objective, the forces of justice will start homing in on our guys out here, up and abroad, which is not a good thing. So we need 4 workers to head over to there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 from here, and 2 from here, and put them over here. And that means that we'll be able to do the capture guard mission. So, in a moment, we should have enough guys over here. Mr. Helicopter, there we go. And we'll click go, and then after they're all done, we'll just put them back over into China. There we go.
As well as being a cash cannon.
Yeah, I know, it's cool. We know. Now, what we do need is we need a training room, and that will cost a lot of money. Because training rooms have to be large. Stupidly large, actually. A room that is this size will not be enough. You will need more. But it's a good start. So we'll build it out like this, leaving room here for other contextual rooms, and we'll build it out like that. Actually, no we won't. We'll just build it like that. We'll leave this area for our barracks. Now, it does cost a lot of money, and you will need a barracks to hang out here. Well, not necessarily here, but this is where I like to put it. And the reason you will need a barracks is because occasionally minions will become very, very tired while they're learning their new skill sets. So what you need to do is you need to provide a place for them to bed down. So this place will just essentially be beds. Yeah, I know. And we'll stick a couple of lockers in here too. Just to beef up the count for minions. Okay, so this training room is a little large at the moment because we don't need all of that space, but what we will do is we'll put 5 training punch bags. Those are for training guards. We'll put 5 laboratory workshops. Those are for training technicians. And we'll put 5 school desks. Those are for training valets. The rest of this room will get used.
Hola, this is the Smashville Service. Citizens in all Smash territories are being urged to remain vigilant as the spate of kidnappings continues. Skilled civilians are being spirited away by the evil organizations for an unknown purpose. In a
Yes,
direct comment, one Smash official said that the chances of rescuing the hostages were slim to none.
Oh dear. Well, that is most unfortunate. Now we're going to build our mess hall here. You need certain items in the mess hall. One of them is the human mixer, because you will need to use it once you start getting the crime lords, which is objective 2. So there can be only one criminal mastermind. Time to make sure that it's you. Gather all the major criminal players to a conference in your island to explain how it's going to be. So we need to get a guy called Armand Krishnan, Marvin DeLuca, and Li Yinglo. So we need to get those guys to hang out. There's actually 6 of them, but these are the first 3. So you need to summon the crime lords. You do need to build a specific room for this. You need an inner sanctum, but we'll get to that later. Now the staff room doesn't have to be ridiculously big at this point, and you'll probably have multiples of them because they are very useful. So we'll build one here, and in it we'll put a standard door, a couple of drinks machines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go away, and a couple of table tennis tables. So 1, 2, 3. We've still got a bit of space for stuff to go on the walls and all that sort of fun stuff. So we will build the mess hall as well, I think. Yeah, we'll just build a lot, because they are important and we'll use them later. And we've got the access to the gun racks now. But there's also, apparently, evil people in our base. Have you seen anything? You haven't seen anything bad. Disillusion him. And what we will do is we'll torture the guard. There we go. Now, have you seen anything suspicious? Nope. Alright. Disillusion. Now, the problem with this is that we only have a few... Well, we only have 1 valet. But we will want more. So we're going to pop that up to 5 of them. And we'll want 10 guards. Yeah, that's fine. That's why we're going to crank that back to 35. Now, he got into this room, but there's nothing really interesting in here. So it's alright. What are you guys doing? Oh, right. They form a conga line when they go to blow up rooms. So they sort of wait for each other to be finished. They're very polite minions. Very polite. Very, very polite. So, yeah. At this point, there's not a whole heap to do. This guy, however, is a good smash burglar, so he's one of the 5 agent types. A burglar is one of the ones that will... Oh, hey. He's a guard. Well done. So there you go. That is a guard. He works for me. He's the first of the military minions. And yes, he is wearing different clothes. Okay, that conga line should be just about done. It's a very big room, but it's a very quick room to build. So we'll authorize that as well. There should be somebody. Yeah, there's a couple of them coming. Which is good. Hello, Blaine. What you doing? Working for me. That's good. Oh dear. Okay, well, he's seen too much. It's time to kill him. And the same with him. So, Lord Kane, come finish it.
Death is all they're fit for.
Those bastards. Hell no. Whack whack. Ideally, you will not be killing agents very much. In an ideal situation, you'll just be sending them back to their base. None the wiser. But I think that proves that it is time for the armory to begin upgrading. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our security desk here, and we'll place the time clock there, and we'll build security cameras. So this is the security system. The security camera has a radius. You build it like so. And security loudspeakers also have a radius. So we'll place 2 in here. Place 1 on the wall there. And 1 on the wall over here. And then we'll place 1 more in the strong room. Generally that won't really be used, but it can be very handy to have. So we're coming down on money again, but that's okay. We've also lost a few minions, I think, in the world. Yeah, we've lost a couple. Yeah, so our income is going down again, but that's okay. We'll just send out a few more. So send 4 to there, 3 more to there. Lost everybody in China, but we'll send out 3 more here. And we'll send Lord Kane to... We'll send Lord Kane to America, I think. He'll enjoy it. No, we don't want to send our one and only guard out yet. What we do want to do, however, is get training on them. So, once these are built, construction workers will start coming towards them and go, okay, it's time to be trained. Which is a very, very good eventuality. And after that, we'll probably just be turtling up a little bit. Because we do want to get more money. But there's a lot more to do now, so it won't be as boring. But I might end the episode here. It seems we've been going for about half an hour. So I'll end the episode here, and in the next one we'll come back to minions on the world map. Minions everywhere on the world map. So thank you for watching. Also, before I sign off, I forgot to mention, how bitchin' is this soundtrack? It's awesome. Just give it a listen. Oh yeah. That's evil. That's very evil. I'm getting my evil vibes on here. But enough of that. Enough of me bopping out on this. Oh, that's very 60s. Anyway, Grey Hunter, signing out.